Mark Henry gets his World Heavyweight title shot against the Viper, Randy Orton. Hi, I'm Attaxley. This is my ongoing Let's Play of the 2K Showcase mode in 2K15 for the PS4. This is the Hall of Pain, and we're going to continue on with the Hall of Pain today. So let's hit X and get on with the show. It is Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. I don't know if it's, a happy occasion because it's Tuesday and the week isn't over yet, but it's Tuesday, and those of you who follow this channel for a while know that I usually watch Raw on Tuesday nights and not Monday night, so I don't have all the fine details. I don't know all the fine details of what happened on Raw last night, but I do know kind of some of the broad stuff. Like, I do know that the Elimination Chamber is back for a WWE Network exclusive, which means they're essentially doing 2 pay-per-views this month, which is insane. Like, at what point are you going to burn out your entire roster trying to push this network? Like, at what point does that become untenable? And I don't know. It was bad enough when they originally had the brand split and like each brand had their own pay-per-view, and that was just way too much. And I don't know. It's the amount of free months that they've given away at this point is like, I don't think you're going to really increase your audience on the network as much as you think you will by saying, hey, here's more free stuff, or hey, here's a thing you can only get on the network. Like, either you're a fan or you aren't. Like, I don't know that those things are going to convince anybody, drop toe hold, to give them $10 a month when the core product, like, the current day product is very much hit or miss, and it is missed more often than it's hit these days, especially with everybody getting hurt, which brings me into the next story. Guess what? Daniel Bryan, he had to relinquish the IC title, so they're never going to give that guy a belt again if he even continues wrestling, which at this point is still, like, he could be back in a few weeks or a few months or never. Like, that whole thing is just super depressing, because Daniel Bryan, hell of a wrestler, but if he can't wrestle, like, he was never spectacular on the microphone or anything, so I don't know what else you do with him at that point. Like, I don't know where else you go with that if he can't work. But when you're, god damn it, when you're looking at all the guys who are getting hurt, Sami Zayn got hurt, Itami got hurt, like, Daniel Bryan, whether or not that's going to be, related to how he was already hurt or whatever else. My understanding was that it's something with his shoulder, perhaps, but it was because he didn't want to get surgery. I don't know. Anyway, my point is, perhaps chill out on the suicide dives. Like, all these dudes going down with shoulder injuries, just chill out with the suicide dives. Like, you don't need to be doing 3 of those a match every night. It's going to take its toll. Look at the guys who lasted in this business for a long time. They weren't killing themselves, but they were still having, quality wrestling matches and telling a story. You don't need to be a freaking stuntman each and every night. It just makes it mean less, and your career ends up being shorter as a result. But that's just me being an old man. Perhaps the modern audience wants more exciting wrestling, and certainly, just it has been the nature to be better than the generation that came before you. But if your career is not lasting as long, like, at what kind of legacy are you going to be leading? And you stop giving justification to Vince, who's just like, these damn millennials. Alright. Like, you don't need to give Vince any more justification to, mock millennials than he already has. Like, they keep getting hurt. And they keep getting hurt because they're freaking doing suicide dives every damn night. Like, what is the common denominator there with these guys, these style that they wrestle? Like, here's an example. How long do you really think that someone like Neville can keep that style up? Can be the man who gravity forgot? How long, realistically, do you think he's going to be able to do that before he can't do it anymore? Before his knees get out? Before his back gives out? Any of that stuff. Like, it's exciting, yes, but at a certain point, you got to be realistic about it and adjust yourself and adjust your style. Learn how to sell, not to parrot the Jim Ross line of thinking, you know, that much, but learn how to sell better. And you know, there are things in wrestling that used to work and could still work if you just, you know, if you just watch some tapes and make it happen. Meanwhile, Randy Orton is going to get World's Strongest Slammed here. Boom. Pinned him. 1, 2. That's it. What? What? Really? Are you kidding me? I thought I had that, Randy. I thought I had that. So yeah, I'm bummed out because Daniel Bryan was, you know, fantastic. And so, in the last, excuse me, in the last few years, we've lost a handful of guys by either, you know, a purposeful retirement or, you know, a forced injury issue where CM Punk's gone, Daniel Bryan's not working, and it's like guys that I was hoping would be guys in the future that I would, you know, like, seriously, I would have loved to see Daniel Bryan and CM Punk at the main event of WrestleMania. That could have been an amazing match. Those guys, you know, can work amazing matches if given the opportunity. But now it's like we're never going to get that. We're never going to get, or well, we will most likely never get Daniel Bryan and Brock Lesnar, which could have been pretty goddamn interesting. You know, there's just, I don't know. It's a bummer. It is a bummer on all levels here. Alright, here we go. That's it. Domination. Mark Henry domination. Hall of Pain. New champion. And the new... That's what I do, he says. Yep, get that big gold belt. So, at this time, this belt was still, you know, this was kind of the IC belt, because obviously the IC belt doesn't mean a whole lot. And when you have two belts, and one's Raw, one's SmackDown, that's kind of, it turns us into the IC belt, more or less. So, unfortunately, you know, did not give Mark Henry the biggest, well, the second most coveted prize. To be fair. I love the actual audio, it's great. It's sexual, baby. He's come a long way from being sexual chocolate. I'll give him that much. And then he got hurt. Spoiler. Spoiler, he got hurt. Oh, that was a shame. That could have been a great run for like months and months and months, but he got hurt. Ah. And that seems to be a recurring theme with a lot of these guys, is they push themselves so hard, they push themselves so hard and so long to get to that spot, and they finally grab that imaginary fucking brass ring, and then they get hurt. It's happened to Wade Barrett how many times now? Like, it's a damn shame. The next victim would be the giant known as the Great Khali. Am I really? Is that tomorrow? Is that really going to be, I have to fight the Great Khali? Or is that just going to be a interstitial thing here where... No, yeah, I definitely, I have to fight the most immobile man in sports entertainment today. The Great Khali, who insists he's coming back to WWE, which is, no, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. He insists that he's coming back, and I mean, he's a legend in India, but he's also a legend in his own mind. because he was never a good wrestler. He was, you know, a big guy. He's certainly impressive, but he can barely walk. So is this going to be the face Kali doing the do? Obviously, I have the music turned off because of Content ID. There we go. But yeah, that's... Now I totally have, like, this... Buying this DLC means I totally have the Great Khali available to me in my roster of DLC characters, and that... Why is that a thing? Why was Khali a thing for so long? And then he feuded with Jinder Mahal, who was gonna, like, marry, or he was married to his sister, and the only good... This is just me talking, my personal opinion. The best thing that Great Khali ever did was when he was trying to hook up... He was with Natalya and Hornswoggle, which that was not the good part, because fucking Hornswoggle. But he was with... It was Natalya and Caitlyn, and they were trying to find... It was Khali and Natalya were trying to find Caitlyn's secret admirer, which I think ended up being Cody Rhodes, but I'm not sure. It could have been somebody else. But they were trying to find who it was, and they put Khali in a Rey Mysterio mask, because Khali was the master of disguise. And the camera pans to Khali wearing that dumb little mask, and he goes, "Boyoka, Boyoka." And that was literally the one thing I enjoyed from the entire run of Khali in WWE. Just that one moment of him going, "Boyoka, Boyoka," was fucking amazing. So, that's going to do it for today's episode of this DLC Hall of Pain. Tomorrow is the amazingness that is the Great Khali and his awesomely immobile legs that he can barely walk. So look forward to that tomorrow. You know, a couple more days and we'll wrap up this DLC, and then hopefully we'll have gotten to the point where we'll have enough money to get the final DLC, which is the Path of the Warrior. I shouldn't have mentioned this before. I want to thank somebody out there in Philly, I think was the zip code, who donated another $2 to my fan funding. So thumbs up. Those things are anonymous. I can't tell who did it. All I get is a zip code, and the zip code said Philly. So what's up, Philly? You did good. That puts us even further on track to get to the Path of the Warrior when that happens. But we'll see if that happens. Hopefully soon I will know. I check that kind of every couple days to see where I'm at for, you know, all the episodes, kind of just add them up and make sure that we're there. So that's going to do it. As always, I am your host, Attack Slug. Tune in next time, tune in tomorrow, tell your friends, and I will see you next time, right here on this channel. And I'm out.